Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today guys, we are working on two Fiat 500s. This red one is got to get finished and it's going for the MOT. So we've got to do MOT check, go all over it and make sure that it's completely kind of ready really. John wants to pick it up tomorrow. So if I get it MOT today, get all the little bits and pieces done on it. And hopefully, fingers crossed, no issues on the MOT. If there is any advisories, I'm doing them. Like, no matter what it is, it's getting done. So just so that I know, peace of mind for me and the next owner, John, that it's going to have no problems whatsoever in the next, year of driving this car. And that's basically what he wants, really. He wants a vehicle that he doesn't have to worry about, and that's basically what it's all about. So, yeah, we've also got a baby blue Fiat 500 Lounge coming in today as well. It was actually one that I did. I sold the car to Alan's daughter, and it's a year ago, so it's needed an MOT and it needs a service. So that's back in the shop. It's another one back, but that's what it's all about. I like to think that the cars that I sell, people can then bring them back to me for MOTs, services, and basically the looking after the vehicles in an aftercare service. That's really another thing that I want to sort of make sure that I'm, drumming into people when I sell cars is that, you can bring them back to me. I will sort them out. I don't just do, obviously, the repairs or the salvage. I'm getting into a lot of the other stuff now. So, yeah, that's back. We'll see what's going on there. Hopefully, it'll go for the MOT. We'll find out. I don't think she's put a lot of miles on it, to be honest with you. But we'll have a look, see what miles that she has done in a year. I know she has got a problem with the rear. On these Fiat 500, they suffer from that. When you open the boot, you've got that little wire that breaks, and it stops the lights from working inside the boot area. So I think that's got an issue with that. So, and I think I've done it before. So I need to have a look at that again. It sounds like Alan's telling me that it's got a problem with that again. So that needs to be done before it goes for MOT as well. So yeah, and I think I've solved the problem with the DLR light, the daytime running light. On last night's video, it wasn't working. So let's get into it. I'll explain everything. Let's do this. So yeah, guys, yesterday we left the video where the daytime running light wasn't working when I plugged it in, and I found out the reason why. A silly thing like a bulb had blown. Yeah, that was the only thing that done it. So I put another one in and then checked it, plugged it in, and it works absolutely fine. So we'll be putting that back in the bumper with the other one, because I used the other one to check that side to see if it was working. It was working, so it wasn't the actual wiring, it was the bulb, and it's a case of just getting down to it. And then, yeah, I found out it was this. Don't know why, because a lot of you were commenting saying that when I plugged it in and turned it on, it worked. So whether or not there was a little, something that was on this bulb or something, I don't know why it blown, but it blew. It could be anything really. It could be a bit of dust on there. Could have been on its way out. Who knows? Anyway, I put a brand new one in at the packet in the actual light itself. So that's inside now, and I've checked, and it works absolutely fine. So we'll be putting that back in the bumper. Just want to quickly let you know what happened with the wheel hubcaps. I don't know if you remember, but I was missing one on that side. That one there on the passenger side, it was missing because obviously it had a hit. Or was it a driver? No, it was a driver. The driver one was missing because it had a hit on that side, didn't it? So I managed to get one off eBay. These are absolutely ridiculous money. I can't believe the cost of this. This hubcap. I managed to get it cheap, to be honest with you, compared to other ones that are on there. And they're going for stupid money, like £50, £60, £80, £70, just for this. Like, it's just a hubcap. I just couldn't believe it. And yeah, Anyway, I ended up getting this one, I think, for about £47, including delivery. So it weren't too bad. He wanted 55, make me an offer, and I started offering him 40, and then we just agreed to 45, 46, something like that. So yeah, I've got another one there for that, so we can just finish off the car. I'm just cleaning up the other ones to see what they come up like. They're pretty much the same, to be honest with you, are they? I think Paul from Love 500, I think he paints these, doesn't he? If I remember rightly. But they're not too bad, not that bad. If that was really, really bad, I probably would have painted them. I think you can pop these middle bits out. These chrome pieces here, you could pop them out from the other side. And then you just paint up the outside. But I think they're all right. I think they're in good condition. So, I'll get the lights back in place on this bumper, and then I'll set you up. Let's get this bumper on, make sure the lights are working, check things as we go, because like I said, we have got an MOT today. We've got to check things as we go, like washer, bottle fluid, make sure there's enough in there. You can see there I've got to top up with a bit of blue there, so I'll do that, and just check things as we go. We've got to check things. So yeah, I'll set you up, guys. Let's keep going. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, so I'm just doing my checks, normal stuff really, bulbs and making sure everything works, brake lights, you know, they all work. We're going for an MOT, so these are all part of the checks that I do. Yeah, all works great. The lights are now off the dash, which is good. I think it was a daytime running light that done it really, to be honest with you. And then once you start it, all lights go off, so that's actually I don't know what oh, that's the window. Is that the window? That's the door, that's the handbrake, and that's the seat belt. So yeah, all I've got to do is sort out the time and the date, because that's definitely wrong. And yeah, you just go through I think you just go through the processes here, go through the menu, change all that stuff. So I'll sort all that out, change all that, give it a clean up, and get it ready for the MOT, which is this afternoon at 1:30. So yeah, fingers crossed on that. I did clean the hubcaps, the wheel trims, and they look, I call them hubcaps, the wheel trims, and they come up really, really nice, to be honest with you. So just needs to clean up. Like you can see, the bonnet's all dirty, the side bit's all dirty as well, but the wheel trims are now clean, and it just needs a good sort out and a good clean around, really. Yeah, so that's where we are. I just had a call from John, who was supposed to be buying the car. He is now pulled out. He can't commit to buying it, which is fine. Do you know what I mean? And I've always said that you never bank on a sale until it's sold. Like you just can't do it. Especially what I do as well, where you know I'm getting cars for people, and people are interested in little runarounds, cheap runarounds, or whatever. But a car like this, with what it comes with, full main dealer service history, timing belt just been done, water pump just been done. I've just done a service, got new tyres all around, got 2 keys. It's just an absolute fully loaded Fiat 500 for someone. You don't really, you know, you struggle to get the whole package of a car necessarily sort of what it is. But I think this will definitely sort of sell really quick anyway. So I'm not worried, but I just feel a little bit sorry for John, because he wanted this one. But never mind, things happen, and people's situations are all different. He had a chat last night and with the family, and it just wasn't really going to be working out for him. But never mind, doesn't matter. I'm sure this will go quick. So let me leave it there. I'll give it a clean up, keep cleaning it up, and we'll wait for the other Fiat 500 to turn up, where we're going to be doing some work on that. So yes, let's do this. Right, okay guys, so as you can see, we have got a nice baby blue Fiat 500 Lounge in now. This was one of my original ones. I fixed this up on the channel about a year ago, and now it's back for some work, some MOT and some servicing, oil changes and filters and stuff like that. We're going to do all that sort of stuff, but there is a couple of niggly bits that they mentioned. One was the squeaky brakes. So we're going to have a look at that and see if the pads need changing or the disc needs changing. She hasn't done a lot of mileage on it, I'll be honest with you. I think I sold this to her when it had 48,000, and it's now done 54. So not much in a year, but you know, it's still sort of pushing up. Really, a whole 12 months. That's what she's done in a year. So the other issue that they've got is that this boot, the lights, the number plate lights they're not working. So suspiciously, like the normal thing on these Fiat 500s, is that there's a wire here, and inside that wire, inside that casing, sorry, there's some wires, and those wires they get brittle and break and snap and disconnect and whatever, and that's the wiring for the lights all around here. So yes, we're going to be looking at that. Going to do a quick check. I'll set you up. Let's have a look at it. Let's see if I can get them working. And yeah, let's look at this first. Then we'll go and put this on the ramp. I've got some service parts being delivered now. They're on their way. So let's crack on with this first whilst we wait for the service parts. I've also swapped this car for the red car when it comes to the MOT. The MOT was booked today at 1:30 for the red one. But because of now John has pulled out on the sale, I thought, you know what, it's not major important. This is more important now, because yeah, she wants her car back. She needs a car to be driving around with the kids and stuff. So, you know, there was the talk about taking the car seats out and swapping them over and stuff. But I said, no, do you know what? Let's just leave the car seats. Let's get this done today. I'll get this MOT'd at 1:30 instead of the red one, and then I can do that one another day, tomorrow or later on this afternoon. I don't know. I'll have to speak to him. So yeah, that's the plan. It changes. Sometimes it changes like this, and I have to. Don't have to, but I like to accommodate customers and people's cars, because at the end of the day, it's just helping out as much as I can, really, for customers and their cars and their vehicles, because obviously, you know, you get used to driving it around, you need it, and to lose it for a couple of days it's quite hard for her to do that. So yes, that's where we are. I'll set you up. Let's get cracking with this boot first. Let's find out what's going on with the wiring, and we'll go from there. I think I've already done some work on this wiring, so we're going to have to do it again or have a look at it. It's just such a brittle place, and it just keeps breaking. It's a shame, really, that Fiat didn't do a recall on that. But, you know, it was obviously too late, or they didn't know, or didn't realise, or they've done an update on it. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, let's get cracking. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, let me show you what I have found. Basically, just done my normal checks, turned the engine on, checked the brake lights, and they was all working fine. And checked the bulbs as well. They were okay as well. No breaks in the bulbs, so it can't be the bulbs. It's got to be this wiring. And you can see I found this one here. So I think previously I did a load of wiring on this one, and you can see that obviously this is what I've done here, a little bit of an extension to make them longer, but this one I suspect was okay. That's why I didn't do anything with it, but you can see it's now broke, so we've got to do that, and then I'll check the others. You can see there's one at the back. I can't see that one there. There's a white one. See that white one there? That's all intact, and that's what it was like with this black one. But obviously over time now, they're just breaking. Absolute rubbish idea this is. Yeah, I'm gonna get my kit, which is what I use to do like hot connecting, these connectors here, and then we're gonna do a little bit of wiring with this. Put them back together, and then I'm going to check to make sure that it is that, and the lights work. Also, I just want to double check there's no others that's been split and broke. We'll double check that. We'll have a look, but I suspect it's going to be that one there, that black one there. So let's do that first, and then we'll check it. So yeah, let's do this. Right, guys, so as you just saw there, repaired that black wire, pushed it all back in place. So the only thing to do now is to check to make sure that it was that. So let's have a look. Just put the side lights on so the lights come up. And as you can see, it now works. So yeah, it looked like that black wire pinched and split. It's just, yeah, really that you know, it's a terrible design, isn't it, really? But we all know that. But we'll have to sort of just keep an eye on it. I'll get them to keep an eye on it to make sure that it's, you know, still working and it's okay. But at least we can get the MOT to, you know, get that past the MOT now, because that would have been a failure. We have got some other bits and pieces I want to check as well. Like I've checked the front, like the bulbs on the front are good. Probably fill up the water washer jet for the front. We'll fill that up as well. Make sure this is all filled up. Let's have a look. Nice, clean. I'm going to check this timing belt as well, because this hasn't been done on this car. It's not quite due, but I just want to. I spoke to Alan this morning, and Alan said, "Look, can you just check it?" I might have to pull this back a little bit to check. It's like a sticker. There's a bolt there, so we'll undo that, and we'll undo a couple others. I think there's one here, maybe one on the back as well. So we'll undo these bolts, and I'll check that timing belt along with the service. I'm going to do air filter, oil filter, air filter, cabin filter, oil change. Take the wheels off. There's got plenty of tread on the tyres still from when I originally sold the car. So that's good. Daytime running lights work on this one, so that's good. All the bulbs work. So yeah, this, you know, shouldn't really have a problem with this one when it comes to the MOT. Should be okay, should be good, and shouldn't really need any other work doing. So yeah, which is fantastic. So let's get the car over now on the ramp. Let's take her up. Let's get the oil dropped out and remove the oil filter as well. We'll have that out, ready for the next new one. And basically get it ready for the MOT. So let's keep going. Let's do this. Right, guys, I'm just doing, you know, some visual checks, took the wheels off, you know, checking the discs and the pads, and they're all good, actually. There's not much wear at all on these discs. So I think I changed these when I sold it a year ago. I think I put new discs and pads on the front. So they're good to stay. You've probably used about half of that pad in there. Yeah, so there's no problem really with the actual... where's my torch? There's no problem with the actual discs and pads themselves. Got quite a lot of pad left on in there. If I could get a picture, show you. There's quite a lot left in there. So we haven't got to touch that. So I'm just doing my visual checks, just checking these, obviously, the connections and the ball joints, and there's no seeping coming from the actual gaiters, which there ain't. Really nice and clean. And I have noticed one thing, and I'll have to talk to Alan about this to see what he wants me to do. Because on these lower control arms, I think I did decide it needed to be done. So I think I did this one, and you can see that there's like a gap here. Right at the bottom there, you can see there's a gap, which is where it should be. That should be sitting like that. It's like a bush, like a rubber bush inside, and it should be sitting in that position. But if we go to the other side, you can see that there's no gap, and that bushing has actually failed. You can see it's sort of dropped through. Let me try and stick it like that. Oh, it's difficult. So you can see that there has dropped through this metal of the control arm should be higher, and it should be off of this bottom plate of the subframe. It shouldn't be rubbing on this. I think that's an advisory. I think I will speak to the MOT guy before I take it, see what he said, and yeah, I think that's where because when she dropped it off, she said she can hear like a sound, like a squeaking, rubbing sound, or some sort of like that. I'm assuming it's coming from that, because the discs and the pads are in really good condition. So it wouldn't be coming from that squeaking from the pads. Yeah, I'll speak to Alan and see what he wants me to do. And I'll speak to the MOT guy. If, you know, it really needs changing, I've got to be honest. But the work to take that off is just unbelievable. Like this, the whole bumper's got to come off. This support bar, that's got to come off because there's a bolt through there. It's just, yeah, it's incredible that that they've designed it like this, but that is the way it is. Like there's a bolt right through there, and you can't get to that bolt, that end bolt, until you take this off. So I'll speak to Alan, see what he wants to do. Also speak to the MOT guy, and we'll see what we can do for the minute. I don't think I've got enough time, I'll be honest with you, to get it through, to get it changed, get it ordered, get it delivered, get it changed, and get it to the MOT centre by 1:30. I don't think I've got enough time to do that. It's just too much. It takes too much to do it. So let me make some phone calls. In the meantime, let's drop the oil, get the air filter out, do that side of it, start the service, and then we can, we can decide what we're going to do, what's the plan of action on this one. So yeah, I'll update you soon, guys. But I'll get you set up anyway. Let's get this all done first. Get the service done. I'll set you up on a tripod. Let's crack on. Yeah, let's do this. Right, guys. So, yeah, just got to work there. Took the cam cover top piece off of that because Alan asked me to have a look at to see whether it's you know, it's worn. And let me just, I don't know if I can get this on camera properly. Let me just show you if I can get it on camera. It's starting to crack. So you can see that it's just cracking through. It's not that bad. I think he's going to get another year out of it, or at least 6 months. So it's not, you know, it's not that bad, I don't think. Don't know now. Let me just do a bit more. Yeah, those cracks, they look quite bad, don't they? Alan is coming over, actually, to pick up the car seats. That's my torch, just fell off, and then I pressed the button. Yeah, so Alan is coming over to pick up the car seats now because I'm not going to be able to get this done, take off the front end, take the bumper off to get that lower control arm replaced. And they need the car seats for the kids. It's obviously dragged on a little bit longer than we thought. I was hoping to get it done today, but it's not going to happen now. I've still got a slot for the MOT, and I'll take the red Fiat 500, which I was originally going to take it anyway. I'll take that for the MOT at 1:30. Because yeah, this just not ready. You know, it's not ready to go. And then when Alan comes over, I'll show him the timing belts, and he'll probably be watching this video tonight, and he'll already know because we've already had the conversation before this video goes out tonight, and he can tell me what he wants to do really. But I've got a funny feeling he's going to say he wants it changed, because yeah, it is starting, it's cracking quite bad all the way around. Yeah, anyway, that's what's got to happen. I'll leave it open for Alan to have a look at. Let's we've got a little while, got about 45 minutes before I've got to shoot off to the MOT centre for the red one, but let's crack on for now, guys. Let's get this bumper, start stripping this bumper off, get this bumper off the front so we can get to this lower control arm, get that beam has got to come off. So yeah, quite a lot of stripping down. Still waiting for the lower control arm to turn up. We haven't got it yet. It ain't turned up yet, so we have got a bit of time. So let's just crack on and let's just see how far we get. Let's keep going. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, so yeah, as you just saw there, a little bit of a strip down, bumper off, and it's this arm that you need to remove to get to that bolt right there. You can see it in there, and you can't get to that bolt to release this point here without taking that bar off. You can't take that bar off without taking the bumper off. So yeah, a bit of a strip down, but now we're at access to it. We should be able to undo that. I've undone this one already, just pulled it out and then pull that down. Yeah, remove that and then do the bolt at the back there, get that one off, and then it should be a case of just wiggling it down and getting it replaced. So got a new one here, so we'll put that in, and then that should be okay, ready for tomorrow's MOT now. It is nearly close. Well, it's 10 past 1, so I have got to go off, get that red one MOT'd. When I come back, I will let you know how that goes and how that's got on, that red one. Any advisories, we're going to do them, but hopefully it should be all good. And it's really up for sale, got to be honest. I'm going to do some pictures and it's going to go up for sale. So if anyone's interested in a red Fiat 500, a 2013 plate, full service, main dealer service history, 2 keys, just timing belt done, water pump done, yeah, just message me, give me a shout, and you know, you might be able to bag yourself a cheap little runaround, little Fiat 500. But for now, let me go off and let me see if I can get it through the MOT with no advisories. Fingers crossed it does, guys. So, bear with me. I'll see you soon. And I'll, yeah, got to go to the MOT centre. Be back soon, guys. Right, guys, I am back from the MOT centre with the red Fiat 500. And let me show you the results on this. So, there we go. Pass. No advisories. So, yeah, you can see that the mileage is really low. The last 3 or 4 years, just really low. So yeah, what a lovely little car. I've got a little bit of a squeak coming from that car, that Fiat 500, and it's coming from the clutch. Every time you put your foot on the clutch up and down, it's squeaking. And basically, I'll show you on this one. I can't really get in there. It's not coming from inside the gearbox, it's coming from the top. You've got like a little pin. And as you put your foot on the clutch, it's moving the pin in and out, and it's the end part of the pin that's connected to a bar with like a little roll, like a little round ball area, and it's connected to that. And it's inside that that's every time it's going like this, it's making a squeaking noise. So it's not the gearbox, it's not the clutch. It's actually part of the hydraulic arm that moves it in and out there. So it just needs a little bit of grease, but to get to it, you have to take the battery out, battery tray, and so you can get underneath there, pull the pin back, and then put a bit of grease on it, and it should be okay. So I will be doing that on that Fiat 500, because I can't sell it like that. That squeak, it will drive me mad. And it will drive anyone else mad as well. But yeah, you can't really get up there to do it. So yeah, but anyway, good news about the MOT, guys. That's passed, no advisories. So that's fantastic news. So now we're going to move back on to this one. We're going to do the control arm. I have spoke to Alan, the owner. His daughter has got this car. And yeah, I think he's going to come. Alan is coming over. He's going to grab the car seats from the car so that he can run the kids around tomorrow, because yeah, I think we're going to have to get this done, this timing belt, and we'll get this done tomorrow. So, but I think what we'll do is first, we'll put it all back together, get it through the MOT, find out what's going on. If there's anything else that needs doing on the MOT, I can do it tomorrow, as well as doing this timing belt and water pump for him. So, yeah, it's just, you know, it needs doing. And it's not worth taking a risk, I'll be honest with you. It's good that we've grabbed it now, I think. That possibly could sort of go at any time. So it's not worth taking a risk, is it? It's too risky. So, yeah, that's the plan. So let's get cracking. I'll set you up. Let's get this lower control arm on and get this try and get this back together as much as I can before the end of today's video. But let's keep going for now. Got a bit more time. Let's do this. Right, okay guys, so it's all back together and ready for the MOT tomorrow morning first thing. 8 o'clock we're booked in, so we'll be doing this car tomorrow. You can see that this is the old rubber thing, and it's just absolutely it is so loose in there. That's no wonder it's perished and fallen apart, but it is a perishable you know, it's a perishable part. It's an item. It's a, you know, it's a, yeah. That always, you know, they always fail. So there we go. It's just one of them things. So yeah, I've put the cover back on. So that's all back in place, and just tomorrow we are going to do the timing belt, the water pump, and everything tomorrow morning. Alan's come over, he's had a look at the belt, and he agrees it's just, yeah, it's just on its way out, it's close. If it was just marked, or you could see you know, the actual wear of it, of the belt, not too bad. But because you can see that obviously, you know, it's starting to crack and split, it's definitely time to do it. So yeah, spoke to Alan, and Alan said, look, can you just do it tomorrow as well? So yeah, a lot of work on this car over the next couple of days, but yeah, once it's done, it's like, you know, you can forget about it for miles and miles and miles. When it comes to the service every year, but when it comes to the timing belt water pump, it's good for another 50, 60,000 miles. And that's going to take her a long time to go through that, a few years. So, yeah, that's where we are. I think we're ready for the MOT. We'll get it through the MOT. It's only around a corner. So it's not really risking too much on that belt because it's just around a corner. And then when we get back, we'll jump on and we'll start stripping this down. And I'll show you exactly what I'm doing there, getting it done. So, guys, that is going to be the end of today's video. What a mammoth day with loads of going on, loads of bits and pieces. But I just like to show, you guys, you know, what is happening at Resurwreck Autos HQ, and what's coming up and what am I doing and stuff like that. It's just nice to show and nice to see exactly how things are being fixed and done. So yeah, that's going to be the end of today's video, guys. Tomorrow is MOT time, and timing belt, water pump and auxiliary belt is going to be changed as well on that. So that we'll be doing that tomorrow. So that's it. Take care. See you soon on the next one.